Hi friends, welcome to Beauty with Karah, where we talk about all things beauty. I am very excited because tomorrow I'm getting my very first tattoo, so stick around to see what I did before, during, and after my appointment, and for some tips for those of you getting your first tattoo. Okay, so I am getting a tattoo tomorrow, so I'm gonna start this video now and then kind of take you through the process for like the next 2 weeks because healing time is about 2 weeks, so this is gonna be a 2-week process here. So I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing and then kind of show you what happens so that if you are new to tattooing and you want to get a tattoo, I basically did all the research for you and you can just watch this video and kind of see what to do. And then, or if you already have tattoos and just want to enjoy the experience, let's do it. So if you are brand new to tattoos, some things I did beforehand. So this is a little bit different because my tattoo is actually going to be a matching tattoo with my mom and my sisters. So we had to kind of agree on something together, but it was more like whatever my mom wanted ultimately because this is her Mother's Day gift. So we still all like it, but it's not like I didn't have full control over it, if that makes sense. So, but if you're obviously getting a tattoo, you're going to want to do these things beforehand. So first of all, you're going to want to figure out what you actually want. So that's like a very important thing. I would definitely do some research on this, like different tattoos and different objects and stuff that you want to get. And the biggest, most important thing is finding out what style you want. So I'm not going to talk about all the different styles because there's a ton of them, but I will link some videos down below to kind of show you what the different styles are. So I personally like realism and new school and like watercolor, and I like color, but there's like a ton of different other ones that you can also use. So we agreed on a style, and then you're going to want to research the shops and artists and see who does that style. So you're not going to want to go to like a realism guy for like classical tattooing. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that the artist you choose knows how to do the style that you want, and that when you're looking through his portfolio or her portfolio that you're going to like the stuff that they do. Because when you get a tattoo, you kind of have to trust your artist because they're going to know what's best, what's going to, everyone's like body is different, so they're going to want to make something specifically for you and to fit the area that you want, which brings me to the next point is figure out where you want it, because that's going to also kind of impact what you get and how big it is, how small it is, the cost, you know what I mean? So making sure you know all of these things beforehand. So I'm actually going to get mine right here. It's probably going to be about the palm of my hand, the size of it, I think is what we agreed on. So I think all of us are getting it on our arm somewhere. So this is my first tattoo, so a more fleshy area is going to probably be less painful. I was considering doing it here, but I wanted it to be seen, so I'm gonna do it here because then I can wear like a shirt if I don't want to see it, or if I do, it's like here. So yeah, so we're gonna do it here. So figuring out where you want it, and then you can also like ask the artist as well, like where do you recommend, if like you have something specific in mind but you don't really know where to put it. They're gonna be able to help you, and they can answer some questions as well. Another important thing is to find reference photos. So finding photos of the things that you like and bringing it to your appointment and letting them use it as reference so that they can create a design for you. Don't be afraid to speak up, because you know, an artist is doing what they think you want, and if there's miscommunication and he just doesn't make it the exact way you want it, make sure you tell him. They can fix things, they can change things around. It's not permanent until it gets put on your body. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the things they design for you and talking about it, and make sure that you change the things that you want to change. And if you see it and you really don't want it, don't get it, like there's other artists that you can go to. So yeah. And then one last thing that I just thought about recently is to schedule it at an opportune time. So what do I mean by that? So there's a lot of things you have to do in the 2 weeks of healing. One of them is not submerging yourself in water and avoiding the sun. We are going to Punta Cana in like 3 weeks, so I didn't think about that fully, but I'm glad we are scheduling it for tomorrow, because in 3 weeks, if we would have done this a little later, I wouldn't be able to, I would have to wear like, you know, stuff over my thing. I couldn't go in the water. So make sure that you don't have like a fun vacation and you're gonna be in the sun and in the water right after you get the tattoo. So make sure you have some time after your tattoo to make sure it heals properly. So yes, I was like thinking about it and I was like, when are we going to Punta Cana? Oh, 3 weeks. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so I'm going to jump back on tomorrow and kind of like show you what we're doing. But before I go for today, I did pack already what I'm going to bring to my appointment. So that's very important that you don't just show up with nothing, because that would be bad. Now, if you're getting like a very small tattoo that's only gonna take like an hour, some of these things are not really necessary, but if you're getting like a huge tattoo that's gonna take 3 or more hours, I would say most of these things you want to bring. So first of all, you want to bring your wallet. You're gonna need your ID, you're gonna need some cash. Make sure you bring enough money for the tattoo. Some people actually forget about that, so you want to make sure you pay. So a lot of artists do prefer cash, so if you could get cash out, that'd probably be preferable. But I'm pretty sure most take credit card and stuff if you want that. Another thing is what to wear and what to bring to wear. So like if you know you're just gonna go in whatever, you could wear it there. You could also pack it if you want to like wear normal clothes and then come with a change of clothing. So the thing is, we're gonna have 2 people go tomorrow, 2 people go on Sunday. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going tomorrow or if I'm gonna go on Sunday or not. So I'm actually gonna pack my clothes. So you want to wear comfortable, like soft clothing that you can sit in for a while, and also like clothes that you don't care if there's ink on it, if that makes sense. So I am going to bring a pair of sweatpants because I want to be warm and comfortable. And then since I am getting it on my arm, I'm bringing just an athletic tank top that is kind of old, so I don't care if it gets ink on it. It's like pilling, so it's perfect for this occasion. And then I'm gonna bring socks because I always get cold, and I'm gonna wear moccasins so I can like take them off if I want. And then the last thing I'm gonna bring is this like shawl thing. So I do get cold easily, and you know how like people crank up the air conditioning? So I'm gonna bring this so that I can wear it on one half of my body and be warm, and then he can still do his thing. So just things to think about, making sure that the area that you want tattooed is accessible and that you're in comfortable, warm clothing and have layers in case you want to take them off. So especially if you're getting a really long tattoo, you're gonna be there for a while. Speaking on being comfortable, if you're gonna be there for a while, bringing a pillow is a very good idea, because then you can like lay on it, you can put it under your butt, you can, you know, whatever you want to do to keep comfortable. And then another thing, obviously I'm gonna bring my water just so that I have it. And then since you're basically like poking needles into your arm, they say to bring some snacks. So electrolytes or sugar. So I'm gonna bring a thing of soda, and then I have some granola bars and a candy bar, because just in case I get a little woozy, or if I'm, you know, need some sugar, I can eat it real quick. And I brought something that's not gonna make a total mess, because if you bring like chips or something that's crumbly, you can like get it all over you and it's gonna be a hot mess. So I just brought like granola bars and stuff to make it a little easier. And then another thing is to bring entertainment. So you're gonna get bored. So you could bring a friend to talk to and stuff like that. You could bring your phone and make sure you have headphones to watch TV, listen to music, whatever you want to do. You could bring a book, especially if you're getting something on the lower half of your body or on your back. I'm gonna have it on my arm, so I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not, but I'll bring it just in case. So some form of entertainment, especially if you're there for a very long time, because that's gonna get boring really quickly. So yeah, and then I always bring some kind of portable charger or a long cord if you have it, because they won't necessarily have an outlet right next to you, but a portable charger is easy because my phone dies super quickly, so definitely gonna make sure I do that. Even though my tattoo should only take like 2 hours, I'm gonna make sure I'm prepared. And so the last thing I'm gonna bring is, so they say for like pain, you can bring like a stress ball or something, maybe find like a squishy. I don't have any of those, but I do have these Theraputties that I bought at like some kind of wine thing. So I have these putties to play with, so if I need some squishing stuff, I can play with this. So I thought that was a really good idea to bring, actually, because I like to fidget a lot, and especially if you're like in pain, and I have a very low pain tolerance, so this should be fun. So I'm hoping that these will help. So yes, and then another thing I want to mention, so I'm going to talk about like what to do leading up. So you want to make sure you're avoiding the sun like the week before. So we are going to go strawberry picking today, so I am wearing like a longer sleeve to cover this. I'll probably put sunscreen, honestly, because I don't know how big the tattoo is going to be, so I'll probably put sunscreen here and make sure that I don't get burnt where I want my tattoo. And then putting moisturizer on. So I have been using the Time Wise Body Targeted Action Toning Lotion, which I am doing a video on. You'll see it in a couple weeks. I am currently doing a 30-day trial period on this to see befores and afters. So I will link that once that comes out. And then I'm also using the Satin Body Whipped Lotion because both of these products have let me see if I can pronounce it right. Dimethicone. It's derived from silicone, which is very soft and is going to give your skin more of a soft, smoother, like, you know, feel to it. So you want to use moisturizers with some kind of silicone derivative. So just look at ingredients, and if they have cone at the end of it, that's a derivative of silicone. So you want to find, you know, moisturizers that have that in it. It's going to help the tattooing process go better, and it's going to also help the aftercare. Now aftercare, they'll give you aftercare instructions, so they'll probably recommend certain products, but making sure you don't use any fragrance products is a good idea, which I will go into later when I'm healing, so you'll see me like writhing in pain later. But I've been using this just to kind of give myself a little bit more moisture. The more moisturized you are, the better experience you're gonna have. So hopefully that's true. And then let's see. Yeah, so making sure you're clean before your appointment. So wearing deodorant and bringing deodorant in case you sweat a lot and you get gross, because nobody wants to smell you while they're doing your tattoo. That might distract them and give you a bad tattoo. So let's not smell during your appointment. Alright, what else am I missing? Oh, do not drink alcohol or caffeine or take painkillers before your appointment. So I would say 48 hours before your appointment, leading up to your appointment, don't drink caffeine, and don't take pain medicines that thin your blood. So when you have thin blood, you bleed more, and it's not going to heal as good as it would if you didn't take those things. So I purposely did not drink yesterday, even though my mother-in-law was like, "You want to drink?" And I was like, "Nope, because I'm getting a tattoo, and I don't want that." So yes, so those are the things to know about before getting your tattoo. I will see you tomorrow as I show you what I'm doing the day of, and then kind of showing you the process. Hopefully they'll let me record in the studio. If not, I'll kind of explain what they did and show you the result. Oh, and one last thing before you go. So if you are getting a tattoo, they always shave the area. So some people are like, oh, well, I'm just gonna shave for them. If it is an area that you don't usually shave, I would refrain from doing that, because if you accidentally nick yourself or have razor burn or whatever like that, it's going to affect the tattoo. So just let them do their job and shave it. They're gonna do it anyways, even if you just shaved. So just don't bother shaving. Just let them do that, because you want them to do it right and you want the best healing process afterwards. So that is one more tip to do.
Hey friends, so we are currently driving. We are currently driving to a tattoo place. If you've noticed, I dyed my hair since last time. So last night, Calissa dyed my hair. So isn't it cool? So I am having another video of this. I don't know if it's gonna come out before or after this video, but go check it out, because this hair dye actually does something really, really cool. And you gotta go check that video to see what it does.
Stop sign. Turn left.
The GPS is so loud. So yeah, so we're on the way to the tattoo place. And yeah, I'm a little freaking out because it's like, this is gonna hurt. Yeah. So I think Calissa's gonna go first. So Aaliyah and my mom already got theirs, and today Calissa and I am gonna get ours. So we're both going right now to check in, and then I think she wants to go first. She's like, I want to go first because you're gonna be a nightmare for him and I don't want to go after you. So that's what she said. I was like, really? Our tattoo place is called Rockin' Willie's, and it's in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. And the tattoo artist that we're using, his name is Ryan. So I have no idea if I'm gonna be allowed to record it all in there. They still have some really weird rules from COVID still. Like, I don't even know if he's allowed back with me. So I'm gonna be like alone and scared. So, that's me. I'd be dramatic all the time. Alright, anyways, so I will try to record little bits and pieces with my phone. I'm not gonna bring my camera in because, yeah. So I'll try and get some little snippets, but I will definitely show you the end results, and then I will show you the aftercare, so stay tuned for that. Okay friends, so I was not allowed to record during the tattoo session. They had like rules that you can bring anyone back with you and you can like record and stuff. So here's the finished tattoo, and I'll show you this a little bit in a second, but it's so pretty. So I'm actually about to clean it and stuff, so I'll clean it, and while I'm waiting for it to dry before I moisturize, I'll tell you a little bit about my session and like the aftercare. So basically 2 to 3 times a day I have to wash it with no fragrance-free and antibacteria soap. So I actually bought this from them because I sent Ron to go buy soap and he couldn't find any. So I was just like, I'll just buy yours. So I'm gonna wash this. So you just basically wash your hands first, and then you wash your tattoo. So as long as you're gentle, it's just, I usually just gently wash it and rinse it. So after you wash it, you want to take dry paper towels and just pat it dry like this. So whatever I'm doing right here. And then I'm just gonna let that finish drying before I put my moisturizer on. So let me talk about the actual tattooing. So this is my first tattoo, and when we went, basically
my sister and I were both getting tattoos the same day, so I don't know if it's a little different, but he kind of like showed us our tattoos and we made changes and stuff like that. And this was not supposed to be like this, but we like made it changes to it so that we wanted to add the heart in, but it was kind of like he originally made the heart inside and I really like that, so we changed it to this. So that took a little bit and my sister needed some changes to hers. My sister ended up going first, so we just went like shopping and waited for her to get done. And then when I went, I basically read a book the entire time because I was like trying to like drown out the pain. And my sisters and my mom were trying to like freak me out and saying, oh, it's gonna be so painful. It hurt, yes, but like it wasn't unbearable. It was like okay, and like only some places really hurt. So the inside circles of this were really painful because it was like super small circles, and then when up here it kind of hurt a little bit too because it's like right on the bone, but that didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. And then when he was shading the inside, that hurt. So it wasn't, most of the outline wasn't very painful at all. I was able to ignore most of it and just read. And I talked to him a little bit. He's kind of weird, but so we talked. And then when he took a break, so it took 40 minutes to do the outline, and then we took a break, and then he went back in and did the shading, which actually also took about 40 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. And I feel like the shading hurt more because it was kind of raw at that point and like already, like, you know, already done the outline. So it did hurt a little bit more for the shading, and the center I think hurt the most. So like it was painful, but it wasn't like too bad. And it was only, I mean, I was only in there for like 2 hours by the time we like did everything for me. So I didn't think it was too bad. And I don't have high pain tolerance, so if I could do it, you could do it. So yeah, so that's the tattoo. And what he did afterwards is he wrapped it up. So he put stuff on it. He wrapped it up in like plastic wrap basically. And he actually only had me put it on for an hour, and then after the hour, he wanted me to wash it off. So he wanted me to wash it with this and then put the balm on. So I got a separate balm. I also bought this from them. I mean, this and this was only $8 for both. And this is gonna last me the 2 to 3 weeks that I need it for, so it's fine. And this will probably last me for other tattoos because you only need a small amount of this. And these are just things that they sell there. So every tattoo artist is gonna be different with their aftercare. For my specific tattoo, he said after an hour, take the wrap off and then wash it and moisturize 2 to 3 times a day, and then moisturize like throughout the day if it's itchy or it's super dry or whatever. So I've been moisturizing it like 5 or 6 times a day because I tend to be a type of person who likes to, you know, pick at things. So I have been trying to not touch it. So it is starting to scab a little bit. If you can, probably can't tell in here, but I have noticed that it's starting to scab and like look like breaks and stuff. So I'm trying to ignore it because I'm like, oh no. But yeah, so, and I did take a shower already. So what I did in the shower is I didn't let the water go directly on my arm. I just kind of like stayed away with my arm, and then it was the last thing I washed. And again, I made sure I washed it with this instead of like my normal body soap. So I just did everything else, and then at the very end I did this. I washed this, and then I didn't dry this with my normal towel. I took paper towels and I dried it so that you know, it needs to be super clean at all times. So yeah, just make sure you're using clean paper towels when you dry it. So yeah, so that's really all there is. Obviously you don't want to go swimming. I was invited to a pool party and I couldn't go swimming. I did put my feet in though. It's not gonna be too bad if like a drop gets on it, but like you don't want to like submerge it in water. And you don't want direct sunlight, so kind of want to cover it. I'm not sure if you're allowed to put sunscreen on it or not, so I would just keep it covered. And he said 10 days is usually how long it takes to heal, but it could be as much as 3 weeks. Everyone's kind of different. So I'm gonna put this balm on now. So the balm is like, also the gnats really like this balm for some reason when I was at the pool party. So I kind of just like to set it and then rub it because the warmth of my skin kind of like melts the balm a little bit so that it's easier to rub around. And you don't want to do too much. So if you're putting like lotion on your hands or something like that, you don't want to like put too much lotion on and it be all like, you know, all this lotion on your hands. You want to just cover it enough to moisturize, and that's it. And then he said once you're done to pat it with paper towel as well so that you get the extra moisture off. So that's what I'm gonna do. And like this thing goes a long way. I feel like I've barely even made a dent in it. So here we go. So yeah, so I usually, as soon as I get up, I wash it. Like halfway through the day, I'll wash it, like right now. And then right before I go to bed, I'll wash it. And I've just been wearing loose clothing. I slept on this arm last night and it was okay. So yeah. I didn't sleep on it the first night because I wasn't sure. But last night I slept on it, so it's fine. And yeah, so just don't wear tight clothing. And do not pick at it, because if you pick at the scabs and stuff, the color will come with it, and then you'll have like holes in your tattoo. So you don't want that either. So yeah, so this is just what I'm doing is every day wash and moisturize 3 times a day, and then moisturize as it needs. So it's really, really simple actually. So I was like expecting to have to remember all this stuff, but it really isn't that much. Right. It feels weird. It feels scabby, so that's because it's scabbing up. So yeah, yeah, I really like it. It came out way better than I thought it would, actually, because I was looking at my sister's tattoo, and like there was things that I didn't like about theirs, so I like changed them in mine. And he didn't like have the color version in the stencil, he just like showed us the outline. So I wasn't sure how I was gonna like it, but I think it came out really, really well, and I really like it. And the red is gonna eventually fade to like a pink color because red is the first thing to fade. So I think that's gonna look really cute. So yeah, so there's my tattoo, and I love it. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If I probably will get another tattoo on my legs eventually, so I'll make another video when the whole process. I feel like I wasn't really doing the beginning processes because my sister took care of everything, because they're like, oh, we want to do this, and I was like, okay, I'll join you. So yeah, so if you didn't know, I got matching tattoos with my sisters and my mom. We all got sunflowers because it is my mom's favorite flower. And then we all got something different about it. So my heart is because my nickname is Care Bear. So I got a heart for Care Bear. My mom got mother, like a stem that says mother. And then one of my sister's nickname is Bug. So she got a little ladybug. And then my other sister's nickname is Curly Fry. So she got a stem that had like a curly Q on it. So these are just all baby nicknames that we had when we were little. So we just kind of did that. So that's all I have for you today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell button for more videos every Thursday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.